everyone. Thank you for joining us on ERi-TV English News Broadcast. We are ready for our domestic and international report for February 13th, 2026. Do stay tuned and let's begin with the top stories. President ERi-TV met with Saudi Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. Seminars for members of the National Union of Eritrean Women in Ansaba region. Britain announces new £500 million aid package to Ukraine. And Russia retaliates for Ukraine's attacks. In our domestic news, President ERi-TV met in the late afternoon hours yesterday at Dendan Guest House, Saudi delegation led by the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Engineer Walid bin Abdul Karim Al-Khariji. At the meeting, President ERi-TV underlined the importance of further consolidating the historical bilateral ties of friendship and cooperation between Eritrea and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, through the cultivation of shared and aligned views and positions on vital regional and international issues. The two sides discussed in greater depth the role of the littoral states of the Red Sea in guaranteeing the peace and security of the region against the backdrop of fluid regional and international developments and trends. In this context, the two sides decided to expedite the concrete implementation of cooperation agreements in the political, economic, security, cultural and social sectors previously reached between Eritrea and Saudi Arabia. The meeting was attended by Mr. Osman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Sagar bin Suleiman Al-Qarashi, Director General for African Affairs at the Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Mr. Mishal Hamadan Al-Rogi, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to Eritrea. In another news, Ms. Atisfa Mikhail, President of the National Union of Eritrean Women, conducted seminars for members of the union in the subzones of Keren, Asmat, Halhal and Habaro from 7 to 11 February. The seminars focused on the role and contribution of Eritrean women during the armed struggle for independence, safeguarding national sovereignty and participation in national affairs, the eradication of harmful practices and backward thinking, the current responsibilities shouldered by women, the significance of organization as well as activities aimed at enhancing women's awareness and capacity. Ms. Taha also called on participants to encourage their female children to concentrate on their education and become competitive students. Ms. Amna Hassan, head of the union branch in the Ansaba region, on her part, noted that strong efforts are being exerted to enhance the overall capacity of women in the region through organizing various training programs. She called on all women to join the union and become beneficiaries of the opportunities it provides. The participants, noting the significance of the seminars, called for the sustainability of vocational training programs. Moving on, as part of efforts to reduce blindness, commendable eyelid surgery was performed on 136 citizens in the Golit subzone from 19 January to 4 February. Nurse Gilay Mosazgi, head of health facilities in the subzone, said that the objective of the program, which involved over 58,000 residents, was to identify patients with eyelid problems and perform corrective surgery. He also indicated that cataract surgery will be conducted in the near future. Nurse Gilay further stated that 45 professionals and assistants took part in the program conducted in Golij, Hajar and Subanite. He also called on the public to take proper care of their eyes and visit health facilities once a year for diagnosis. Following its upgrade to a community hospital, the Golij Health Center, now equipped with modern facilities and adequate manpower, is providing commendable healthcare services to the public. Do stay tuned, dear viewers, for we shall be back with the international news after the short break. Welcome back. Britain announced a new £500 million package for urgent air defense support to Ukraine during a NATO defense ministers meeting in Brussels. British Defense Secretary John Healey explained at a meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group that £150 million of the total will be allocated for air defense interceptors in the Prioritized Ukraine Requirements List program, a NATO-led US arms buying scheme, and £400 million will be used for lightweight multi-role missiles. In addition, Britain will provide an extra 1,200 air defense missiles together with partners from the Air Defense Consortium. The British Defense Secretary also said that in 2025, the Ukraine Defense Contact Group collectively raised $45 billion in military aid for Ukraine, and for 2026, they, to quote-unquote, must do more and push harder. NATO defense ministers held a meeting on Thursday to discuss issues including strengthening collective security in the Arctic and supporting Ukraine. Meanwhile, the Russian military has launched a series of major strikes targeting Ukrainian military facilities as well as related energy infrastructure, the defense of the country said in a statement on Thursday. The attack came a day after Ukrainian forces launched a massive strike involving hundreds of drones as well as HIMARS missiles and glide bombs targeting civilian infrastructure in several Russian regions. Most of the projectiles were intercepted, according to the Defense Ministry. However, at least 6 civilians were injured by shrapnel and blast waves in Belgorod region. The Russian response on Thursday involved air and land-based long-range weapon systems as well as unmanned aerial vehicles, according to the ministry. The attack reportedly targeted Ukrainian drone production and storage facilities as well as infrastructure used for military needs. Ukrainian media said the strikes hit the nation's capital Kyiv as well as the central city and the Black Sea port city of Odessa. Last month, Russia agreed to temporarily suspend strikes on Ukrainian energy infrastructure at the request of US President Donald Trump to facilitate peace talks. Ukraine, however, has not scaled down its cross-border attacks. In January alone, Ukrainian attacks killed at least 79 civilians, including 3 children, and injured 378 people. This is according to reports. This wraps up our domestic and international report for this session, dear viewers. Before we finalize, I present you the top stories once more. President Isaias Afwerki met with Saudi Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. Seminars for members of the National Union of Eritrean Women in Ansaba region. In our international, Britain announces new £500 million aid package to Ukraine. And Russia retaliates for Ukraine's attacks. This was The World on Friday with ERi-TV English News Broadcast. Dear viewers, from all of us here, thanks for watching. Join us again on our tomorrow's broadcast. Until then, stay well.